Now to the Trump investigation. Published reports say the former president, a target of a federal probe looking into whether he unlawfully held and then mishandled classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago mansion. You've heard about the probe, but being called a target of it is a step that many say could mean an indictment might happen soon. So what are the legal arguments for and against such an indictment?
Mr. Harbaugh, were you with the witness in front of the grand jury?
A federal grand jury in Miami meets, and former President Donald Trump fumes. On his Truth Social site, he says, quote, "No one has told me I'm being indicted, and I shouldn't be because I've done nothing wrong. But I have assumed for years," Trump says, "that I am a target of the weaponized DOJ and FBI." All of this went public last summer after the FBI searched Mar-a-Lago, hunting for classified documents it said Trump refused to turn over. To indict, the grand jury must be convinced prosecutors have proof
that the documents were unlawfully retained, and that there was an effort to hide the documents, not produce what was required by the subpoena.
Mark Schnapp, a former federal prosecutor, now a defense lawyer.
Would we be having this conversation if he'd said, wow, I have these and I'm turning them all over right away?
No, I think that would be, I think that would have been the wise course in the beginning. And I don't think this would have ever reached a referral to the Justice Department in the first place.
Trump's possible defenses: that he had the right to hold classified documents. And here's another.
I think it's his threshold argument is that when he left the White House, other people packed him up and he didn't pick and choose what was there.
And what of the political equation if Trump is indicted?
I think for Donald Trump's opponents, they're going to see this as an opportunity. They're going to say that enough with the drama. We don't need this anymore. Donald Trump should deal with his legal problems. Let's move on and elect a president from the Republican Party. Let's nominate someone who doesn't have all this drama.
There is the flip side, of course, if an indictment happens, if. Brian Crowley also notes Mr. Trump's core supporters will rally around him, but would or will that support, he said, translate into enough support to get him the nomination for president next year? The drama, legally and politically, only just starting.